Bro, what's a test that a woman that you were seeing in your 30s ran on you that you only realized she was actually running a couple of years after?
There's a couple actually, but I'll go with one time where I set a date with this really hot chick where she initially agreed to go and then didn't want to go anymore when I told her where we were going. And it's not like we were going to some garbage dump or something. It was actually a pretty cool spot I used to go to quite often. But Shorty was like, nah, can we go somewhere else? Even Chris used to go there quite a bit, right?
I've been there.
But that's when I realized that this chick actually didn't like me like that. Anyway, so I was like, trust me, it's cool, you should come, you'll like it. And she was like, nah, I'd prefer somewhere else. It almost became a micro-verbal tug of war kind of thing, right? And after 30 seconds of her trying to get me to change my mind, she was like, you know what? Let's just do this some other time. And I was like, yeah, let's. And I never called her or texted her again. Now in that moment, she just wanted her way, but there was something else happening underneath all that. She was also testing to see if she could get me to change my mind. She legit tried to push me off my center, but I didn't budge. And I didn't realize it at the time, but this had more to do with her being in control than her just being unreasonable and wanting her way. Lucky for me, even though I didn't realize she was trying to gain control right from date one, my 30-something-year-old self's value system simply wouldn't let me compromise. Well, I guess after you've been through some things, you just know what you'll tolerate and what you absolutely won't. And that usually comes with age and maturity, but that's not necessarily always the case, is it?
Nah, man, it's not always the case. And bro, I actually really feel you on that, because something inside of you knows that if you offer somebody something, whether it's your time, your energy, or money, I mean, obviously you're actually going to be paying for the date, right? The only thing that makes sense at that point is for her to either accept the date or decline it. I mean, thinking about it, it just does not make sense for you to offer somebody a gift and then the person says to you, you've got to change that gift and give me something completely different. I mean, that would obviously rub you the wrong way. And if you're a 35-plus-year-old man watching this right now, then the woman that you're seeing has probably already run one of these tests on you, and you probably did not even notice.
But not to worry, once you're able to name these tests, you'll be able to stop yourself from reacting to them. And not only that, but you'll also start passing them with flying colors, as you should as a man over 35.
Exactly. All that dating advice on TikTok telling you to stay mysterious or treat him mean and keep him keen, that stuff would only lead you straight to failure, and you won't even know why.
But lucky for you, that's not what we're doing over here.
By the end of this video, you know the 5 specific tests every woman runs on 35-plus-year-old men, and exactly how to pass every single one of them without playing games or faking it or losing yourself in the process.
What's going on? I'm Koko and I'm from Ghana.
And I'm Chris and I'm from Nigeria.
And we help men over 35 become the most attractive and dominant versions of themselves so they can attract only women who match their energy. And between both of us, we've got over 20 years of real world experience in the dating game.
And we've learned from actually being out here taking all those L's and figuring things out the hard way. No textbooks and no TikTok gimmicks.
So without any further delay, let's jump straight into the episode. So, test number 1, the silence test. Now this one's pretty common and has been the ruin of many a man over the ages. Here's what it looks like. She all of a sudden goes quiet on you. Maybe she takes 6 hours to text you back. Maybe she takes a day. Maybe she's just slower than usual. And when this happens, what does the average 35-plus man do?
Obviously panics, man.
Yep, he panics. He starts losing his mind. He starts to double text. He'll send the infamous "Are you good?" text. He'll start checking her last seen on her WhatsApp, and heck, he may even start running scenarios in his head like, did I say something wrong? Is she with another guy? Is she losing interest?
And half the time, she's not even doing it on purpose, man. She just might be genuinely busy. But the thing is, she'll still be watching how you handle the entire thing. And most men that are over 35, they fail at that part in real time without even realizing it.
Seriously, women pay attention to how a man handles uncertainty, because uncertainty is what life will throw at you constantly. That's 100% guaranteed. I'm talking job losses, family stress, money problems, loss of a loved one, and what have you. So if she realizes that at your big age, you can't handle her not texting back for 4 to 6 hours, she's gonna start wondering how you're gonna handle the actual hard stuff that life's gonna throw at you, because that stuff will inevitably come.
So what's the move in this situation?
So in such a situation, all you need to do is, if she goes silent on you, you just match her energy. And if she pulls back further, then my guy, it's time to let her go. So what, she lost interest in you. You're not gonna pause your life just because she didn't text you back anyway. So doesn't matter.
I think every man in the beginning should not be way too invested in the first place. Knowing that she hasn't texted back means your level of investment, at least mentally, might be a little too much right in the beginning. So please pipe down a little bit, just a tiny bit. Test number 2, the plans test. She asks you, what are we doing this weekend? And the way you answer tells her everything that she needs to know.
Unfortunately, a lot of dudes who are 35 and up fumble this test in a big way. And it's not really their fault. It's mostly the bad programming from all the movies and TV shows we've all watched growing up.
Yeah, man, that's very true. I mean, I'm 39 myself, and if I got $1 for the number of times I've seen men my age group say things like, I don't know, what do you want to do? When the woman they're with asks them, what are your plans? Or sometimes they'll say, you decide. I'm easy. Or my favorite one, let me know what you're thinking. And you see, all these questions may seem harmless to you, right? And I know you have good intentions, but the reality is most women won't see it the way that you're looking at it.
Yep, he's 100% right. They're not gonna see it that way. In fact, every one of those answers misses the entire point of why she asked you in the first place.
Exactly. She's asking because she wants to see whether you know how to lead, whether you can make a decision and move forward with it, or whether you can even take her somewhere without her having to do all the thinking for you. You see, women are doing the planning in their own personal lives all week. They're planning where they go to eat for lunch, what they wear, what gift to get their friends on their birthdays, or maybe even their siblings, right? So by the time a woman gets to you after a busy week, she just wants to be led through a positive experience, and she wants a break from having to make all those decisions, and that's why she has you.
So in such a case, what does the 35-plus-year-old gentleman watching us right now do?
That's simple. You say to her, I'm taking you out to this really cool spot at 8 p.m. They have great food and drinks. Just wear something nice. That's easy. You make the call, you book the reservation, and if she says she doesn't want to go to that specific place, that's cool. You could give her another alternative. But if she's still not up for it, then my guy, you need to leave that woman and let her be. Because as a man over the ripe age of 35, you don't have the time nor energy to waste on women who will not cooperate with you. And for us, it's really just as simple as that.
Facts.
All right, before we keep going, if you're getting any value from this, we want you to hit the like button. Drop a comment with which test you're failing right now. And be honest, we're not going to judge you. If anything, we've all failed at every one of them at some point in our lives. It's nothing to be ashamed about. And if you've got a guy in your life who's over 35 and needs to hear this message, send it to him right now, man. Don't keep this message to yourself. Also, if you want to support the work that we do here, you can buy us a cup of coffee. The link will be in the description, and make sure that you subscribe to the channel. All right, let's keep going.
Sweet. Let's get into test number 3, the money test. Now, this one trips up even the most confident guys. Now, picture this. You just finished drinks with a woman you met on a morning jog in the park some time back, and now the bill comes. What's your next move? Now, most millennial and Gen X men fall into one of these two camps. They either panic grab the bill before she can blink, which kind of comes across like you're trying to buy her attention, or they sit there awkwardly waiting to see if she offers to pay, which subliminally signals to her that you don't have your stuff together. But wait, there's a better way to handle these types of situations. The next time you're in a situation like this, just calmly pick up the bill, pay for it without making a thing out of it, and keep the conversation going as if the bill didn't even come. No drama, no commentary, no I got this, right? Loud enough for the people behind you to hear it, right?
And what if she offers to pay?
If she offers to pay, I mean, you could let her contribute sometimes if you want to, but if you barely know this girl, you're better off hitting her with the thanks, but I got it tonight. And say it like you genuinely don't care about the $50 or $100 you just spent on whatever experience you just had together. Even if it does matter to you, your job is to make sure she doesn't sense that it matters to you, right? Because this is about handling money at any level like it doesn't shake you. Because women are watching whether money can move you off your center or not. And if it does, that's a red flag to them. But if it doesn't, you just passed with flying colors.
Test number 4, the jealousy test. This one is sneaky because most guys over 35 don't even realize it's happening when it does.
Yup, this one was a bit tricky figuring out, but with time, we figured it out.
In this case, a woman will talk about another guy. It could be casual, like, my ex used to take me out to this restaurant. Or more pointedly, this guy at work was flirting with me today. Either way, she's watching your face to see how you react. And like clockwork, most guys in the 35 plus age bracket do one of these two things. They either get tense and start asking follow-up questions in an attempt to try to figure out what's going on, or they overcompensate and try to be too cool for school. Oh, that's cool. Glad you had fun. Both of those land wrong. You see, women can easily read both responses. They'll read the first one as a reactive and the other one as performative. Trust me, bro, they're pretty good at this stuff.
So in a case like this, what does a man do?
Awesome, man. You stay grounded. You don't ignore it because that reads as cold, and you don't escalate it either. You just acknowledge it and you move on. You say something like cool, and then you redirect. Something like, so what were you saying about that trip? You see, your security has to come from your own life, your mission, your work, and the things that you're building, especially as a man who's at the age of 35 plus. When you're grounded in yourself, every mention of another man is just information, because that's really what it is.
Awesome. Now let's get into test number 5, the long-term test. Now this is the final boss of tests women give to men over the age of 35. This test is gonna decide whether you go from the guy she's dating to the guy she's building with, right? Here's how it usually goes. She'll bring up the future. Maybe it's a wedding she's going to next year, and she's gonna say to you something like, you should come with me. Or maybe it's a holiday and she asks you something like, what are you doing for Christmas this year? Or maybe she goes even bigger and asks something like, do you ever think about kids? Now we know most guys don't like to answer heavy questions like these, so they dodge. They go, we'll see, or that's kind of like a long way off. Or my personal favorite, let's just enjoy what we have right now. And usually women hear that and all they can think of is, he doesn't see a future with me, even if that's not what you meant.
So what do you think the guy should do in that situation?
So what guys need to do in such a heavy situation is engage with it. Stay in the tension, stay in the conversation, and don't make any promises you can't keep, but make sure you stay in the tension without being awkward. You can say something like, tell me about the wedding, or Christmas at your parents or mine, or yeah, I think about it, what about you? When you do this, you're showing her that you're a man who can have those kinds of conversations, which most men simply just can't, right? That's why a lot of women talk about doing all the emotional labor, right? So if you're able to stay in conversation with her on such topics without making it heavy and awkward, you, my friend, have now become a man most women will fawn to take seriously. And if she runs this test on you consistently and you consistently dodge it, your woman is gonna start mentally and emotionally checking out of your situation, because the reality is she wants to know that as a man who's 35 and over, you can think about the future and make sound decisions based off your experience and what's happening around you in real time. All right, Casey fam, now those are the 5 tests every woman runs on men over the age of 35 without even knowing they're doing it. So let's do a quick recap, right? They are the silence test, the plans test, the money test, the jealousy test, and the long-term test. Now, if you're able to pass all these tests, you're gonna become the kind of man who doesn't get rattled easily, and the payoff will show up everywhere in your life, like in your career, in your friendships, and especially in your dating life. If this hit home for you, drop a like and tell us in the comments which tests you faced in the last 2 weeks or in the last month. We read all of them and we're definitely gonna reply to you. Also, if you want to go deeper on this, work on your frame, your standards, and your masculine energy, then drop a comment as well saying go deeper. We've got something special lined up for you as well. And lastly, if you'd like to support the channel by buying us a hot cup of juicy, tasty coffee, you can do that with the link in the description below. All right, my guy, that's all we've got for you today. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.